Straighten all these bitches out with one perm. Whoever gassed them ain't none of my concern. But see, the Lord showed me dreams.
Well, excuse my Monica braids and my Cleo braids from Set It Off, but luckily enough for me, well, first off, I'm gonna apologize because I haven't been vlogging for like a good 3 days, and that's because my phone is super ridiculous and I had to clean it out. And so we have another performance for tomorrow. Today is actually Sunday, and we have a performance in Cary, North Carolina. And so we're in North Carolina, closer to where I'm based, where I live, and so I had the opportunity to kind of go home and leave some stuff and spend some time with my biggest support system, my mama. And she was also kind and rebraided my hair for me while I washed it, showed myself some TLC. I was a little spoiled, but gotta get back to work and back to business. Good God, look at God. So I kind of just feel like a kind of re-up situation. Kind of got to, you know, reconnect with my mom, see some things that was going on in her life, get my encouragement, my inspiration, and just all that build it back up. So now I feel like I'm ready for the latter end of this tour, the final 3 weeks, I believe. We're going on week 3, guys. And so if you haven't already, I know this is week 3 vlog, but if you haven't already, the first 2 weeks of my vlogs are posted on YouTube if you're watching here on YouTube, or if you're watching on my fan page. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. I really appreciate it. One of the biggest things, the biggest lesson and advice that I want to give to people that are like hustling, grinding, doing what you do, whatever you want to call it. Be kind to your body, be kind to your mind, be kind to your temple. Unplug sometimes from social media, unplug from television, unplug from people. It's okay. I know we live in a fast-paced society now where it's like we always need to be connected and globalization is a thing, but you got to make time for yourself, because what good are you to others if you're no good for you? I struggle with self-care a lot. I kind of don't even know what it is. That's how bad I am at it. But self-care is what you make it. If it's not being on social media, if it's listening to music, if it's meditating, if it's exercising, if it's whatever it is for you, that glass of wine, sex, you know, that's good shit, that good shit. Whatever that good shit is, in moderation, of course. Too much of anything is a bad thing. But you gotta show your temple some love and care, because we run them down. We run them down. And so, on that note, it's late. I'm about to lay down, probably go over a little bit of some lines for tomorrow, to kind of refresh the brain, put the brain back into that mindset. And I will probably see you all on the road in a couple of seconds while I'm on my way to my home state, New Jersey. So prayers up for tomorrow's performance, and I will check back in with you now. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Today was a very, very early day. Today we have an 8 o'clock show, so that meant that we had to be here at the venue at 7. If you didn't know already, I am not a morning person. If this is disgusting to you, I'm very sorry. Trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone right now. Just go ahead and close your eyes and just listen to me chat. I am coming down with a cold. It's very annoying because the last place that I had stayed in, because I didn't catch you guys up, it did not have any heat. Like, I truly don't understand. And so I've been sipping tea because the show must go on. Even in the midst of me not feeling too well, very tired, not up for this drive. As I told you guys before, after this North Carolina show, we proceed to my home state of New Jersey. And I'm actually going to be performing near my college. Ooh, come on, somebody. Y'all understand, like, when you're natural, how good it feels to have your hair separated. And if you're anything like me, my hair is hella thick. And so, it's Aggie. I don't have a wig cap because I do this on and off. Very upset about that. My naturalistas, girls, I already feel terrible for doing this, so I'm apologizing in advance. But, anywho, very, very tired, y'all. We're on week 3, halfway through the tour, and, I cannot wait to have my freedom and my time back, and to get even more rest and to stop driving, because it's very aggy. This looked like a Whitney Houston wig. Rest in peace, Whitney. I love you, girl. But, yeah. But I just wanted to check in with you guys, just saying that, like, this is standard. It's my very, I love this show. I'm exhausted. It's crazy. I just wanted to check in with you guys. About to perform here right now at the venue. Not feeling well, but you give it your best, you give it your all. Hi y'all, right now I am getting gas for the van, truck, whatever you want to call it. I just got finished doing our show in Cary, North Carolina. Well, our 2 shows, and it was phenomenal and amazing. I got some really great feedback from a couple of the audience members. I'm trying to make sure I get in here for you guys. The feedback that I actually got was that they said 2 folks actually came up to me and asked how long I was going to be staying with the company that I'm with right now. And I told them, unfortunately, this is going to be my last tour with them, because y'all already know. But the 2 folks were like disappointed to hear that. They were like, I'm taking my glasses off. Tell y'all. They were like, oh, we're so disappointed to hear that. We actually wanted to like book only your shows. Just saying that, like, they thought that I was really amazing, and they can understand the skill level that it takes, and they were like, they recognize the training that I must have had, and am I a full-time actor? Just like some really great feedback. And like, as an artist, like, that's when you know you did your job. When someone feels something from your performance, when someone recognizes recognizes your work, that is. And it was really amazing, and I was very flattered, and I was very honored just to know that, because I'm a representation of the company, you would only want to book the shows if I'm in them. Like, wow, so that was pretty amazing that I walked away with. And, let me just tell you how God is just so amazing, because he just did not stop blessing me today. So I'm sitting in the car trying to chill, because, we on the road right now, leaving North Carolina, headed to my home state, New Jersey. And I get an email from one of the directors that I worked with a couple months back with footage from a film that I did. Now, I am so geeked about this. First of all, I'm super, super excited, because not only did I do this film a couple months ago, and you tend to forget, when you're working, it's always on to the next job. And that's like with a lot of actors, that's one of the things that is very like stifling to us sometimes. It's just that,
wow, this place is amazing.
I think my partner's Bluetooth or something. It's just like stifling, because you're always on to the next, always looking for another job. So you tend to forget about the ones that you've already done. But this one came back in with some footage, and I'm very excited to see it and share it with you all, because this particular role was like very full of substance. I was blessed to be able to embody this character. I don't want to say much about it, because I just want to like release the footage to you guys. But like, I was number 1 on the call sheet, and that comes with like a lot of responsibility. For those of you who don't know, call sheets are kind of just like documents that the AD, assistant director, sends out with your call time, which is the time you're supposed to show up to set, along with the different names and contact information of all cast and crew members, and then also the agenda for the day that you're going to be doing for production. So what scenes are going to get shot at what times and locations as to where they're going to be shot. That's what a call sheet is. And so I say number 1 on the call sheet, because the billing, based off of like the role that you have, or the type of role, guest star, series regular for television, or lead or supporting for film, for this particular film, I was a lead, and based off of the numbers on the call sheet that it goes, number 1 is the biggest role all the way down to an extra, so to speak. And I say it comes with great responsibility because you carry scenes when you're the top 4 on a call sheet. And you carry the scenes, you have your supporting actors there with you, and sometimes, you know, those actors look to you. And so, because this film was such full of substance and the production company I was working with was had an amazing budget, it was a huge responsibility, and it was amazing. And I just can't wait to share with you guys. So I'm geeked, I'm happy, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. I'm about to take a nap until it's my turn to drive, but on our way to New Jersey, y'all, and had to share that wonderful news that happened at Cary, North Carolina. Y'all, you know you home when you ain't gotta pump your damn gas. I so forgot. I'm about to get out, start pumping gas. And I forgot I'm home. I'm in Jersey and they don't pump gas. Now I'm about to grab something to eat. Probably trying to relax a little bit. Oh my goodness. Options. But, oh my goodness. He is in Jersey. Just left Delaware. I'm at Wawa. I haven't been to Wawa in God knows how long. So, definitely about to get me a sandwich. I'll check back in with y'all when I get to the hotel. Almost there. I think like 30 minutes out. Stressed. Pimples I can't deal with. I really can't believe I've gotten sick on this trip. I mean, I definitely can believe I've gotten sick on it, but like, I'm really upset about that fact. Hear that? It's really aggravating. Before I get me some shut-eye for tomorrow's show, I'm going over lines for a different show, because this week begins the change and the switch up of shows. You know, I've gotten lucky these first 3 weeks of just performing the same show, but now the switcheroo is about to happen, and I'm ready to body some new characters and tell some new interesting stories. And so I'm kind of trying to get some of these difficult areas in my body and in my instrument to prepare for that. What did I want to say? I wanted to come on here and leave something with you guys, because I'm getting used to this tour and stuff like that. Starting to feel over it. I'm ready for it to be done already. It's crazy, but only because I feel like I'm constantly, this is better light. I only feel like because I'm constantly always put in a position of being uncomfortable, and I've prayed to be uncomfortable, because you can't get comfortable without being uncomfortable, and growth doesn't occur unless there's a turnover or some sort of rigor in some way, you know, and that's what this is. And I want to grow and I want to be great, but damn, that feeling of always, I describe it as that, always being on edge, that feeling is a son of a gun, and I feel that all the time. And so my spirit is starting to reject it. Like, okay, it's over, I'm done, I'm ready to be done with it, because of that uncomfortable feeling. But push through and recognize that uncomfortability is going to lead to comfortability, and is going to create a new level of stamina, a new level of discipline for you and for your instrument and for your lifestyle. Believe that. Know that. Understand that. That's part of the mantra for me. That works. Drop some stuff in the comments. What works for you? What mantras do you use when you're uncomfortable? Or when you recognize that you're in a situation that you're like, okay, I don't really like this, but I know it's for my benefit. What do you say to help get yourself through it? Or what do you do? What are your practices? Leave that in the comment section. I'd love to know, and I know there are other people who are watching this video would love to know as well. What works for your process? thanks for tuning in. Thank you so much. Like, I appreciate all the love and support I'm getting from you guys for this. It's pretty amazing. My emails are like epic, and I'm glad that it's beneficial and it's helping you. So I will check back with you guys. I made it to my first venue in my home state, New Jersey. I'm very excited. It's a full circle moment. I'm actually 10 minutes away from my alma mater, where I graduated from for college, where I did my undergrad. And if I would have thought to myself a year and a half ago, this is what would be happening around the corner from my college, or my university, I would have never guessed. Full circle moment again. Trust the process. Be patient with yourself. Be determined and know what it is that you want to do, and trust the vision that you see. Did I know it was going to be around the corner from my university? No. But did I know I was going to be acting? Absolutely. And that's why I held off on my accepting my invitations into PhD programs after undergrad, and I decided to take a break, pursue my acting wholeheartedly and full time. Like I said, trust the process, trust the vision. Sometimes things that are in front of us, we can't see them. They call us crazy, but I call that such a bittersweet moment being on my university's campus. Like, I said I'd never come back here. Never thought that I ever would. But you gotta know where you came from. And there were a lot of things that happened here that shaped me to be who I am. I had an opportunity to go see people that have invested in me and supported in me to help me get to where I am today. And just seeing everybody, it never stops, you know. Education is so important, opportunities, access is so important. And sheesh. The jobs I done had on this campus, the knowledge I done absorbed on this campus, and the accomplishment of being able to graduate with honors from here. And a year and a half later, being able to pursue my dream and be producing a documentary based off of the work that was born right here, born and bred in this city and on this campus, of helping ex-offenders reintegrate and build a successful life for themselves. That seed was sowed here in this very place. Super epic. I'm waiting for my partner to come get me right now so we can go do our last show here in New Jersey. And then make our way to Maryland. Full circle. Hey y'all, so I am at the hotel right now in Maryland, and I know I look like somebody's grandma, please excuse it, but I had to get my cozy on so I could just make sure that I feel as comfortable as possible. And I'm also getting over a cold, so layers on layers now until the tour ends to help keep me warm and kind of get some of this nasal congestion under control. I wanted to check in with you guys, not only this show that I made it to the hotel okay, and I'm going to be getting some rest soon for my show tomorrow in Maryland. I am back in Maryland, this time somewhere called Fort Washington, and this is going to be a public show at Harmony Hall Regional Center. Very excited about this. And I also get to switch gears and pick up a different production other than the one that we've been doing for the past 2 weeks, Black History Hall of Fame. Now we get to talk about some of the heroes of the Underground Railroad. I wanted to check in with you guys to bring attention and awareness to opportunities, right? So often when you're doing the same thing over and over, when you feel like you've gotten to a point where you're rewarded or you're fulfilled by something that you prayed for, that you worked hard for, it's so easy for us to get complacent. And I wanted to talk on that a little bit. For me, I can admit that the comfortability tried to set in with this show, and The brain loves repetition. Understand that. That's what propaganda is, okay? However, perspective is everything, perception is everything. And so for me, I know I've been sharing, my intimate thoughts about being uncomfortable and shedding light on negativity and everything, but I had an epiphany tonight. And my epiphany is how I'm actually looking at the remainder of this tour, which is the opportunity that I'm given to practice using my instrument every day. Now, I don't know about any other artists out there, but for me, I tend to only pick up my instrument out of obligation, whether I'm connected to a project, whether I'm in class, but never just on my own free will, like how I used to do on my YouTube channel with one day I'll just wake up in the morning and say, hey, I'm just going to make 5 monologues today and just work on my craft. Just because. I've really only worked on my craft just out of obligation, and I want to do away with that. And so looking at the remainder of this tour, that was the epiphany. I have an opportunity here it is out of obligation, but at the same time, being positive about it. I get to pick up my craft every day. Practice. So often in film and TV, you'll hear a lot of the greats say, the bulk of the job is auditioning, which is very true. Auditioning is like practice, too. We don't, human beings don't like to practice. We think we got it all together, right? No. Fall in love with the rehearsal. Fall in love with practicing. Fall in love with auditioning. Fall in love with the stuff outside of getting the job. Because that's the job. That's the profession. The prep. That has nothing to do with obligation. And so for me, that's the epiphany, and that's what's going to get me through the rest of this tour. I have the beauty, collateral beauty, of being able to get on a stage in front of a different audience every day and try something. Whether it's more excited with one character that I wasn't as excited with last show, whether it's being a little heavy on an accent that I wasn't as heavy on another show, because this is the first time this audience is seeing it, right? But this isn't the first time I'm performing it. Being a little bit more energized at the beginning than I bravely was last time. Prep. That's the takeaway. I wanted to share that with you all because I think so often that we get wrapped up in the, oh, we made it, we here, so we good. No. There's always room for improvement. Even the people we look up to are always studying, still have mentors, and that says something. So just bear that in mind when if you're currently in a situation where you're like, I'm good. Nah. I prayed for uncomfortability, and this tour has been very uncomfortable for me. And I mean, rightfully so. I never want to be comfortable because comfort breeds laziness. And I'm not trying to be lazy. I'm trying to give amazing shows each time I go out. Try something a little different, whether it has to do with engagement. Still trying to stick to the lines, you feel me? Stay accurate. But engagement, body language, that I call it je ne sais quoi when I don't know like a word for it, but it's that thing, that unique thing. Practice that in whatever it is that you're doing. Fall in love with the practice and with the preparation, because you don't want to be lazy. It's so easy to be, but like one of my characters says, things that are worthwhile aren't easy. Receive that. If you find yourself in a place of complacency or comfort, check the situation and check yourself. If it's easy, red flag. If it's comfortable, red flag. Discomfort breeds growth. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm trying to grow. Good morning, good morning. So I made it to my venue for our new show that we're going to be performing. I told you for the past few weeks we've just been doing Black History Hall of Fame, but today we get to switch it up and start talking about some wonderful folks on the Underground Railroad. I love these bowls, like make a queen feel ready, you know? But I just wanted to pop in with you guys real quick. I'm about to change into my attire and give an amazing show. I'm really excited about it. Very nervous. Nervous just because, again, it's time to get uncomfortable once again, where I'm just so used to performing one show, but now it's time to switch it up and talk a little bit about Frederick Douglass, Sojourner Truth, Robert Smalls, Louis Napoleon, and some great folks. So I will check back in with you after the show and let you know how it all went down. Thank you again so much for following me on this journey. I truly appreciate it. Continue to ask me questions either in the comments section or through my email. You guys have been doing a phenomenal job at asking questions through my email, and I promise I'm going to get to them and create another video to put it up, because this vlog has been pretty successful and I'm just so happy that I could be of help and assistance. And so with that being said, I'm about to go transform and do the damn thing. Whew, to God be the glory. Come on, somebody. Oh my goodness, y'all. I look like a grease monkey, right? Because when you be on these stages with these lights, full-blown theater, baby. Oh, wait, I gotta get me a picture. Pause. I'll be right back. Wait, no. What I want to do? Oh, yeah. He is back. Gotta be ready. You know what I'm saying? It's a business. I had to get me a photo. If you check out my Instagram, you'll see exactly what I be you see exactly what I be talking about. I'm dark. Okay. You see exactly what I'm talking about right now. So I'm like, oh, I gotta go get this photo. The show was amazing, guys. There's always gonna be flubs because it's just external factors, but the flubs were not apparent. Proud of myself. My father God was in the house tonight. Y'all, the girl signed the first autograph. Well, not the first, but I signed an autograph. And it's just like, wow. And so, just amazing feedback of the show, and I'm glad people enjoyed it. And these are folks that purchased tickets. This is a public show, and it was awesome and amazing. So I'm gonna head on the road. I'm taking the first half of the drive, and so I will probably hit y'all back when I get to the next city or state that I'm supposed to be in. So I will talk to y'all a little bit later about all that transpired during this particular show. Thank you for the journey, the love and support on this journey. Brain fog is real, because I don't even know what I'm saying half the time anymore, but I love y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I made it all the way to fucking upstate New York, all the way from like the middle of Maryland or something. I know in the previous clip that you saw, I was saying how I wanted to explain like how great today's show was in Maryland. And when I say God is good, he's good all the time. So this particular show that I performed today in Maryland, it's called North by Night, and it explores the different stories of all these forgotten or hidden heroes of the Underground Railroad, both black and white. And I play more men than I do women. In fact, I believe I only play 3 women, and then I play 9 men. 8 men, because I play 11 different roles. So I play 8 men and 3 women, and you know, the straight backs really helped with that, you know, and I've been trying to get my male old 1800s swag popping, you feel me? But it was great because the exploration of these characters such as Dred Scott, Frederick Douglass, Robert Smalls, just to name a few, my kings, the ones out there that are really trying and putting forth an effort and going through your own internal struggles and battles. I stand with you, I uplift you, and you're constantly in my high hopes. You know, I mentioned before that I'm a psychological researcher, and my research area is ex-offender reintegration. So those that are returning citizens from being incarcerated, specifically African-American men. I have a special place in my heart, you know, for African-American men that really are victimized by the barriers that are put in place as being a black man in America. And behind every great man is a great woman, Know that. And so just embodying these strong, broken men, you know, that despite their brokenness, they stood up and they didn't take any shit. It was just, for me as an artist with my instrument, being able to toss my femininity to the side and really find that alpha masculinity was quite a journey, you know what I mean? So with that being said, the respect is even stronger. Pictures, a lot of the younger, and when it was majority adults though, but some of the younger kids, you know, they came up and they were just in shock and awe, like, how did you manage to pull off playing like a man, like different men at that, with all different essences, accents, personalities. It was, whoa, you know, little boys looking at me like, whoa. And I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? But it's all love, it's all support. And I love it and I appreciate in this journey the exposure that it's giving me to these wide audiences that are both aware and woke on our African American history, but also those that aren't. It's just been indescribable. You know what I mean? And sowing things into the world is something that I'm huge on. You know, when I went out to Los Angeles, I served the homeless population. That's what I did. You know what I mean? Homelessness is massive in Los Angeles, one of the richest cities in our country, yet has the highest population of homeless people. It's ridiculous. And so for me, when I moved to Los Angeles, a lot of people go out there to say, hey, what can I get? What can I grab? I went out there and said, what can I serve, before I even try to extract anything from this state, you know, from this city of Los Angeles. How can I give? And I put my undergraduate degree to great use. And I did some psychological professions out there, both with the homeless population and those that are diagnosed with autism, that are on the autistic spectrum. And so again, it's about sowing seeds. And so as an artist, I sow seeds, you know what I mean? And not just with my instrument, but just with my being. Once I take these characters off and I meet people that have come to the shows and that have supported it, I ask them questions. I thank them for their support, and I thank them for opening their minds, their hearts, and their ears to receive such a powerful message. And that's what it's about. And that's why I like to pick up roles that are of substance, you know, and that are of an educational foundation, something that's just deeper than just the surface level, you know, but something. It's just something about a story that leaves an imprint on the heart and on the spirit is what I'm attracted to. And that's what this tour has been, you know. A tragedy, y'all. A tragedy. Super tragic. He's still there. Like, he been here for like 10 minutes. Tragic. He's gonna be on my vlog now.
Oh, you're wild. Whoa.
Tyler don't care.
I really don't. I just.
Can you talk to the people, please?
Can I talk to the people about what? What?
Delete.
You said delete. Talk to the people about confidence and encourage them to stay the course.
Encourage them to stay the course. Sometimes the only person that's gonna have you back is you, so you gotta just like put your head down and push through, because we only got one option, and that's to live and to survive. So you gotta get through it. If not, for a reason, you got something going for you. Like, it could be worse, it could be better, but at the end of the day, the sun comes up tomorrow. So we just gonna have to be out here and get through it. You know. Boom. Drops mic.
You got anything to say to the people, boo?
No, I look crazy.
What does that have to do with anything? This is what real life looks like. So
Right,
often
this
we
is
posting
real
on the
life.
gram. So often we posting on Facebook, thinking everybody's supposed to look glamorous. No, this is what real life looks like. This is real energy, real vibes, real life situations here. Shut up. Right, see, it's real life.
You be recording yourself out here. You got help today.
Yeah.
Nah, but it's not about me today. It's about those that I'm surrounded by that help to uplift me into.
Where I be watching the videos. She hits that. So y'all, okay y'all, today it was rough, but you know, these are the moments that I'm talking about where you just have to, you know.
Oh, I
He really be watching my vlog. He really be watching my vlog.
I'm watching as soon as y'all leave.
You have
What?
to take a step back because this is the life. Like, you know, it's not always gonna be good days. It's not always gonna be, and this is what we signed up for as actors, as people that are in the business. Like, this is the business. So we're just.
That's so Asia, yo.
Right.
Yo, he really is. No, I'm like, I believe he watches my stuff now. Like, whoa.
You know, it's not
This
always
is
gonna
the
be glamour.
business.
It's not always gonna be about the lights or the show or the, you know, the meet and greets. It's gonna be those tough times where you have to, you know, sit with your script because you're not getting it the way that you want to, or you're gonna have to go that extra mile. You're gonna have to, you know, so you have to. Sometimes you have to take that step back and be like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is where
Nah, you watched that like 10 times. You
Nah, I
have to-
only
you
watched
have
it once.
to.
That's how, it's weird. That's what my brain works. I watched it once. I was like, this is that regular
That is
thing.
so
This is
Asia.
Like, this is, that's why when
Yo,
I texted her, I was
that
like,
is
yo,
so
the transparency, because she was so real with it. She was just like,
Because I'll be trying to be transparent. I'll be trying.
I
That's
see you
what
out there
people
preaching.
need, though.
I see you
I
preaching. to
love.
these
I learned from the best.
I appreciate transparency so much. I don't like when people put up a front for what? For who?
What does transparency do for you?
Transparency allows me to see you, to see that you are a real person, that you have flaws and that you bask in your flaws. If your flaws are okay, we all have flaws. I don't like the whole, you know, just trying to be perfect, trying to be something that you're not. Be transparent. Let people know when you're hurting. Let people know when you're upset. Let people know when you're struggling so that they can help you, because we're literally all going through something. We just all put up a front. Some of us mask it well. Some of us don't mask it as well. But I just feel like as long as we're transparent, you'll have someone to help you. Like there's always someone there. But if I'm going around acting like I'm happy all the time and life is great, people assume life is great. And I'm hurting inside and no one's here to help me.
Facts.
Someone.
Facts.
No, stop on the camera on me. I'm out here trying to do my impersonation.
Yeah, I don't like that. I love transparency.
But I like the murkiness too. Sometimes, you know, there's something about being enigmatic. The mystery.
Mm.
Mm.
Mystique
like
is everything.
Mystery is subjective. Like, we're all going through something. I don't need you to act like.
Now she's trying to make this a whole moment. You see,
Yeah,
she's
she
trying
is.
to make angles that she ain't gotta
I don't
do.
need.
'Cause
I
y'all
don't
know I'm
need
an
it to
upcoming
be,
filmmaker,
like,
you feel me?
Mystery is okay
Sister.
sometimes, but not all the time.
I don't know, because you're going to have me looking crazy with your Android film quality. Like, you're going to be grainy.
That's why this shit is getting edited. Don't say that.
Yeah. I don't
Come
like
on,
that.
do you even have blue text?
Like if somebody asks you how you are, tell them how you are.
Yeah, you do. No. I mean,
Tell them how you are. I don't mean word vomit and you tell them every single thing that you're going through,
oh
but
yeah, because
just let them know.
I've had a couple of people do that to me. I was like, you know, I really just wanted to know if you were having a good day. Like,
That's the thing, though. That's the thing, because some people, like, not even trying to come at you, like, I want to hear. Like, I want to know what happened. Okay, give me details. But some
No.
people really just want to know good, bad, great. Keep pushing it.
right.
Because it's all about
It
self,
depends.
and they just want to be able to say, oh, I asked you. And it's cool to just ask somebody something, but do you actually really care what the response is
Right.
going to be versus just being able to say, I asked you how you were.
Right, right.
But sometimes you're not in the mind space necessarily to take on the other person's. It's because it's not always issues,
Mm.
but to go to where they are.
Mhm.
Because if you're a person that likes to help people and you like to like get in the trenches with the person, then you have to know like I can't ask you how you're doing today because I'm not okay.
Mhm.
So I can't deal with your issues.
Mhm.
Not that I'm being selfish, but I have to be selfish sometimes because if I'm not selfish with myself and with my feelings and my emotions, I'm gonna just be a mess for the rest of the week.
You're
And
right.
it's only what's today? Thursday? I gotta get to Monday. So
Right.
That's
But I
facts.
feel like with that, either you communicate that with the other person, not necessarily saying like, you know, I don't care about you, just communicating that, being assertive and just saying, hey, I'm not able to, I care for you, you know what I mean? Because right now isn't a good time.
right.
Or before you even get to that conversation, just knowing yourself. If you know, hey, I'm not going to be able to handle a conversation, I'm not going to be able to take on what somebody has, don't Don't put yourself in that don't put yourself in that situation if you can help it. Don't inquire, honestly.
That's why I just don't ask.
It's
That's the reason I just don't ask, because nope.
I don't want to hear
I've
it.
had it with you. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know.
So the learning lesson to
And-
Your
this.
life was a mess the last time. Your life's a mess today. Because I know you didn't take my advice the last time. I gave
Right,
you, so.
right.
The learning lesson to all of this is before you can help others, you gotta help yourself.
This is gonna be super duper quick. I just wanted to pop in and say that last clip you saw, much needed support system, village, energy, amazing. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna read this till I fall asleep. It never ends. Even if you feel like you have the material down, always review. You're not perfect, but you can always strive to be the best person you could be, the best artist you could be, the best you can be. Thank you for following this journey, and I hope and I pray that it's very helpful to you, and that you again continue to live your life to find to be the best version of who you are. Never ends. Preparation. Preparation. Trust the process. And as one of my fellow actors out there, Ronald E. Smith said, the second, trust the promise, his promise, for the will of your life. Y'all, early in the morning, about to do this show. These kids is mad rowdy, super excited. I can already tell they ready.
Officially,
But-
it's a Friday, y'all. We at the end of the week. I am in Maryland, and I'm so happy because, okay, first of all, look, I ain't got no neck, and that's just never cute. Ever. But I made it to Maryland. These edges look brazy. I made it to Maryland. I am here for 2 days, in this hotel room for 2 days. And if you don't understand how grateful I am for that, let me break it down for you so it could forever be broke. Okay? I don't have to wake up in the morning and make sure I haul all of my stuff out of here. I can wake up in the morning, go to my show, and then come back. Because I'm going to be in the same hotel room because I'm in Maryland all weekend long. And that's like amazing. I haven't been in a hotel room where I've been here for more than a day. Constantly on the move, constantly having to think before we're thinking of something else. It's ridiculous. So I'm taking advantage of that. Secondly, I get to sleep in for a little bit. We're driving, we're performing, reviewing lines. Sleep is like rare. It's rare. And so I'm just so grateful for this rest in which I'm about to receive. I had an amazing, from that clip you saw before, that's just a sum of my support system. I have a whole village of people. I mean, my circle not that big. I like to keep it a period, you feel me? However, within that period, I have some amazing people in my life, and I'm just so grateful for them. And everyone that's out there that's trying to succeed and that's trying to be the best version of yourself, you cannot do it alone. Pour into others, let others pour into you, let them uplift you, let them encourage you, let them remind you who you are, where you are, and why you are who you are. So many people like to think of self, and you have to, like you saw my bro say, like you have to, you know what I'm saying? Because nobody's going to take care of you more than you, and you can't be there for others if you can't be there for yourself. However, I'm the strong friend. I'm the encourager. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just innate within me to reach out to people and make sure that they're good. Or when I'm having conversations with people, when I'm asking you, how are you doing? I don't mean, what did you do today? How are you feeling is what I be meaning. You know what I'm saying? And so being the strong friend, that also makes it very difficult for me to have my friends ask me stuff. But when you have the right people around you, they know to ask the right questions that will then allow the process of pouring to occur. Because we can't all hold this on our own. And it takes so much more. But people wonder why all these successful people are successful and like how they got to where they got. Fuck the technical stuff. I mean, that's a God. That's just a given. You know what I'm saying? The God's given truth. Like, that's just a given. You got to study, you got to prepare, you got to go through this, that, and the third to get to where you are. But what we rarely talk about is the people in the support system behind it all. I've had nights where I've cried to sleep. I've had nights where I just didn't believe in myself, and I just wasn't trusting, you know, God's vision for me, his promise for my life. I've had those nights. I'm not even going to hold you. And I've had times where I don't want to reach out to people, because I grew up an only child. I have no siblings. And so it's just automatic for me to just rely on myself. And I rarely ask for help. And I have a really big issue with pride that I'm trying to work on. Trust the process, y'all. But luckily enough, I have people that surround me that know that about Asia. And they know if they don't hear from Asia, pause, pick up the phone, sis, what's good, what's going on, how you doing, stop lying. You know, I have people that know these things about me. So again, it's important who you surround yourself around, and understand that average rule is very true. For those of you who don't know the average rule, the 5 closest people around you is the average of who you are. I surround myself around visionaries. I surround myself around spiritual people. I surround myself around go-getters. But I also like to surround myself around people that need some encouragement, that aren't as far in their path of self-discovery and purpose and life fulfillment as well, because who wants to just be around yes men all the time? You know what I'm saying? I surround myself around people who challenge me sometimes and who has a different level of thinking from me. You know, I like to be surrounded by people who are smarter than me too. That's how you learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you diversify your interactions, everybody. But keeping in mind that surrounding yourselves around people who don't believe in harming others or harming themselves. That's the deal breaker. All right, I'm not surrounding myself around disrespectful folks. I'm just not doing it. But needless to say, y'all get what I'm saying. You feel me? I'm tired. I'm delirious. It's Friday. Is it payday for y'all? I hope it's payday for y'all, because you deserve it. You work very hard, okay? And you do a damn good job of what you do. I don't know you, but I know you, okay? Because if you're watching this, I only attract good vibes, okay? So if you're watching and you're listening, if it's payday, treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. It's another hard lesson I'm learning. Shout out to my bro Daryl, who instilled that in me, like, how many years ago, bro? Like 3 years ago. He always used to say that to me. Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. So if it's payday, feel it, love it. Play Cardi Money. Like, play it and live your best life. And if it's not payday and it's one of them off weeks, I feel you. You in my prayers. I'm with you. You're going to get through it. You know what I'm saying? Use this opportunity to discipline yourself, budget, and make an investment plan. You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds like super, like, girl, bye. But it's seriously, like, it's the off week. It's cool. It's coming. And when it comes, you're going to know what to do. Continue to work hard. Continue to stay encouraged. Be inspired. Thank you for following this journey. Y'all, it's coming. The tour is winding down, and I can, like, feel it in my body. Bittersweet. Y'all been watching these vlogs. Y'all already know why it's bittersweet. Okay? Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I'm out. It's Friday. And I'm going like this. Like, I'm about to get in this pillow. Y'all ever sleep so hard that you wake up and you be like, marks on the face sleep? I'm trying to get that. Marks on the face sleep. Alright, I'm done. I'm ranting. Bye.
I'm kicking back and I'm lighting up, doing what the fuck I want. Just roll the wood, I'm feeling good, just me, myself.